Hey, there we go. Let's see. Da. Wow, a lot of people got in here. And Stacy. Hey, let's see. My sister's in here. Donna Clayton. Shauna, Amy, Maria Rusto, Patrice, and hey, man, the way to spend New Year's. Give me a second here. There are a couple people. I'm eating something real quick. Got to love New Year's, man. Nothing like spending New Year's with the family. Hell yeah. So how you all doing tonight? What are you doing there, Lee? Lisa's hanging up the laundry. How about that shit? Okay, give me a minute. I'll wait till a couple more people get in here. And we'll hang out. Why not, man? We'll joke around. We'll have some fun. Rock and roll night and party day. Hey, Raquel. What's up? Rachel? Raquel or Rachel? Schmidt. Taylor. Dig that shit. Love you, hon. All right, give me 1 second here. Lisa made me something, so I figure I'd eat real quick. I'm trying to throw everything here at once. All right. How are we all doing? Imagine this shit. I look at 2018, right? We're going to go into 2019. That's crazy, right? I remember when Prince put out Party when it's 1999. Man, that went by quick. Imagine that shit. Man, hey, Jeanette here. Mick Rockins here. You know, I did put out a video before, and it was a thing on if any of you are going out or if you're at a party. Oh, thanks a lot, Mick. If you're out at a party or anything, think about putting the keys in the car, or when you put the keys in the car, seriously, watch the drivers out there, because I don't want to see anyone lose their life over a thing called a holiday. And basically, the holiday is, I think they invented for going to the liquor store. Imagine that shit. This year, I'm going to bring road recovery to the top. That's going to be my resolution to help people. One way or another, if you've been to road recovery, it's a successful place of getting better and finding out what life's all about. All right. Hey, check who's here. Rachel Riggs, the godmother of the family. Raymond Ryan Smith is here. Maria Rusto. Hey, where's your daughter, Maria? We got to do like a three-way. I am going to check this out. I am going to put my number up, and you can call in and say hi. Imagine that, man. We'll do that. That sounds like fun. I got this shit all together. So is my little man. Hey, it's goddamn New Year's, man. Get used to it. Let's have a party. Hell yeah. Rock and roll night party every day. Okay. You look at life like this, man. Time flies and you feel like you're getting older. You ain't going older. You stay on the kickball field, and the kickball field is great. Plus, going to Toys R Us, man. I remember doing that, man. Going to Toys R Us and all them stores, man. Freaking life's a trip, man. So what are you all doing? You all just say you're sitting home, you got your boyfriends. If not, if you're alone, it's not too bad. You know what I mean? Let me tell you something. I made a decision when I got sick, and it was, I've always had that to tell people, and 2019 is going to be a great year for me. I'm going to recover one way or another. I'll let you know something, the power of prayer, okay? I prayed for 3 days. I was in really bad shape, and I prayed that I would be here for one thing, to be with you guys. And this morning, I was able to get back on my feet and do it. All right, so I'm a firm believer in God, and God got me here, and God got me here with you guys. Donna Clayton is shooting them hearts up like a motherfucker. God don't judge, so don't judge the word motherfucker. And to let you know, This show is endorsed by Ensure, the drink of champions. It gains me weight too. Imagine that shit. It's like an I Love Lucy commercial. Damn, Skippy. Tastes like fucking candy. Yummy. I'll go back to that later. Hey, Betty, how you doing? How you doing, Betty? Let's see. We got Vince in the house. Lori. Jeanette. All right. Carmen Zoino, man. Jim's in the house. Oh, Jim, I like it. I see you dug the pictures. Oh, I'm working at the hospital. Oh, that's cool, dude. That's what my sister, my daughter's a nurse. You know what? How about this, man? Who would like to hear from my mother, man? Now, my mother's 86, man. 86 years, man, of New Year's Eve, man. 86 of them, man. Going back to 1930. My mother's been through the Depressions. God, man, she went past Woodstock, the Beatles, and all that shit. You got to imagine that. She's seen the trade buildings go up. She's seen the trade buildings come down. Dig that shit. I'm going to get my mother on the phone. How about that shit? Watch this shit. We're going to call Mom. Let's see here. All right. Let's get Mom on the phone, man, to say hi to you guys and Happy New Year. You know what? That's the way to do it. See, I really hate typing, man. Typing's a bunch of bullshit. It's like you'll type all day on Facebook and say, what the fuck? You get nowhere. It's better off talking. It's a lot easier. All right. Let's see. Do I get the right number? All right. We're going to get Mom on the phone. Dig this shit. Hey, thanks a lot, Betty.
Hello.
Hello, Denise.
Mommy wants to tell you one thing. She never wants to see another 2018 for both of you. In her words, it sucks.
Well, put Mommy on the phone.
Yep. She wants you. Hi, Paul.
Hi, Mom. I'm live on Facebook, and all my family's here. And they were like,
okay. I wish you all a Happy New Year. Because last New Year sucked.
New Year sucked, Ma. You gotta love
it did. I want a better New Year for us.
Oh,
I want to see this other New Year come again.
You gotta love you, Ma. I love that. New Year sucked.
Yeah, the New Year sucked.
There you go. You gotta love my mother, man, saying the New Year sucked. It's so... My mother.
I'm not saying that because I don't curse.
My mother's told like me that she's not going to use the F word. Imagine that shit.
I wouldn't use that. I'm sorry.
I love you,
That's not my vocabulary.
So what are you doing tonight, Ma?
What?
What are you doing tonight?
Listen, you're going to have a better New Year, huh? No more operations?
Oh, I'm going to get better some way, shape, or form.
Are you going to start walking better?
No, not really. Well, it's better, a little better today. 3 days it was horrifying.
I think you know why? You got rain up there? You got arthritis also.
Nah, this had nothing to do with the rain, Ma.
Oh, some of it has.
Well, maybe on you, not on me, Ma.
Okay.
Okay, so now we know from my mother, this year sucked and 2019 will be better. Take that shit.
I don't want to see another New Year like this as long as I live.
I love you, Ma.
I love you too. And you always keep a good attitude, okay?
Oh, I always keep a good attitude. So does my family.
Okay. Because what did you usually say, Denise? About the devil? Oh, negativity is the devil. Negativity is the devil, so we don't want him. He should out of our lives.
Don't want that shit. I love you, Ma.
Okay, I'll see you.
I'll call you at 12. I'll call you at 12 o'clock. How about that?
Okay, and here's your sister.
All right.
Yeah, so we're gonna have our virtual hearing. I got it. Okay.
All right. Well, you go munch out, and I'm gonna talk to my family here, and we're just gonna hang out. And everybody's saying restart.
Positive attitude. Okay, it's gonna be a better year.
We'll go down the feed, and a lot of people said, Lee Star just said, "Hey, Ma, what's up?"
She enjoys that.
All right. Well, You got you there, and that was my mother saying 218 sucked
yeah,
and
you mentioned
219.
that the new word is suck, Mommy said.
Mommy, my mom said the new word is sucks. And check that shit out. I gotta love my mother, man. Okay, I'll talk
I
to you
hear it
later.
every day of the week now, and also she don't say it. She says shit too a lot now.
She says shit. So, check this out. According to my mother, it sucked, and the year was a shitty year. How about we put it like that? You gotta love this shit.
I'm laughing. Okay. Not the other word you used, though. We'll never use that.
All right, I'll talk to you later. All right.
Bye.
All right.
Thanks
Bye
for
bye.
calling.
All right. Let me get back to the family here. All right. Bye bye. Hi, dear. What's up?
I can't find the goddamn charger.
Well, say hi to the people.
Hi, people.
Lisa's like, hi, people. I got to get my goddamn charger. Let's see. It
It
sucks.
was underneath my dresser, and now it's gone.
Okay, that's great. Check
You have
this.
another charger?
No, I don't. You can take this one.
No. Which one?
This one. This is the only one I got.
Well, don't worry.
Okay. Well, check this out.
Great, I got no phone.
Well, check this out. My mother thinks it's shit. It sucks. And I can't find my fucking charger. Dig that shit. Those are the new words, man. But we'll make them better. 219, I'll get my mother to say, hey, man, I had a great fucking year. Dig that shit. Carrie Huff's in the house with the hearts. Took over for Donna Clay and Lee Starr is saying, let's see, we got 9 more comments. We're going up. Christine is here. Yes, 218 absolutely sucks. My mother rules on the word of sucks, all right? Fucking sucks, Ma. How about that? But you can't say that shit. All right, all right, all right. You know what? You gotta love, man. You go look at all the New Year's, man. I remember, you remember all the times, man, back when you were a kid and shit, and your parents have parties and maybe they invite the neighbors over. What the hell happened to that shit? The neighbors don't even come over. They don't even want to fucking know you. It's like, Jesus Christ, we'll stay alone. Leave them people alone. Smoke a friggin', it's like, hey, I'm not a hypocrite. Yeah, I run road recovery. Dig this shit, man. But I'm not a hypocrite. If you want to light a joint up, smoke up the bomb with 8 of your friends, man, pass the pipe, you know what, crack a beer, do 9 shots, I don't give a shit. I'm not a hypocrite. It's your life. It's your liver, too. Dig that shit. You know what? And the little man says, got that right. You only have one, motherfuckers. Hey, you got to love that shit, the little man. All right, I look back on times of the New Year's. Back in the day, I remember I was with my father. My father played guitar. My father was always bringing out the guitar, and the neighbors would come over. Man, we have a great time at the house. Man, I remember when I was a kid, and I would sit there watching my father play, and company would come over. It was all neighbors, man. The family. The reason why I created the family is because of reasons like that. They forgot what it was all about. I actually, hey, Patrice, what's up? Um, After I'm done, Patrice, I'm gonna do a porn flick. I'm only kidding. I'll get Ron Jeremy, dig that shit. Um, I look at the point, man. I walked outside and I looked around, and you know what? The times have changed. Either you got some moron, and this is nothing against no one, man. It's like you got some moron that buys them blow up things for Christmas, man. There's so much shit on the lawn, you can't get to the front steps. And then you got no one that decorates at all, man. It's crazy, man. That's the way the times change, man. I remember, you would get together with your family, your father and your mother or whatever, would put up the lights, man. You put up the tree together, open gifts together. Them days are gone, man. It's like people forgot about family values. It's like you're almost forced. It's like, yeah, let's go out on New Year's. Honey, I really don't want them. I'm going to force my ass. Imagine that shit. Force your ass to go to a New Year's party. Because you know you're going to get fucked up. And you know you're going to hop in that car. And you're afraid of getting a ticket anyway. Or DWI. Imagine that shit. I got a DWI. I'm not going to lie. I got a DWI. That sucks, man. You get a DWI. Imagine this. I didn't realize this shit till I went to a place called the IRC. The IRC is a program you got to go to after you pay your $10,000 fucking fine for drunk driving. Imagine that. I was drinking for 2 days before, and that came up in my system, man. I blew off the Richter scale. Imagine that shit. So I go to the IRC, right? You figure you go to the IRC, man. I'm just letting you know this, man, because you don't want to get caught drinking tonight. That would fucking really suck. You go to the IRC and you sit there. You got 3 days of a bunch of alcoholics in a friggin' room. Imagine that. Lee Riley just came in. Hey, man. Well, I'm going to get back to the alcoholic story. Hey, Lee, dig that Newark traffic, man. Lee came by. She didn't say hi to me, man. She went to Newark and said, fuck you to everybody. Was like, hey, man, shut the fuck up. I want to get the fuck home. Now, you go to the IRC and you're sitting there and they tell you this shit. Imagine this. They tell you, listen, you can't drink and drive. And then I hear this guy go like this to me. There's a bar down the street. If you want to go, if you want to go to the bar after you're done here, that's fine, but don't drive. I'm wondering how the fuck after they had the drink, they're going to get the fuck home. They're going to drive, dumb fuck. You know, Jesus Christ, man. And then they told me all this shit. You walk into a bar, right? I was like, wow, man. All my life I thought, you know, man, I'll go to a bar, I'll have a glass of wine, man. I won't get as fucked up and it won't be like a beer or something. Wrong. Yeah, go into the bar, the glasses, certain glasses for certain sizes. Get this shit. 1 beer is equal to 1 glass of wine. 1 glass of wine is equal to 1 mixed drink. Imagine that shit. So we've been thinking all this fucked up shit to our head all the time. Well, you know, I'll have a glass of wine. I won't get as fucked up as a beer. Imagine that. It's all the same in a bar, unless they double shot the shit. You know? Wait, I got to read this shit. Thanks a lot. I got my I pulled my shit. I laughed my ass off. I missed you. I told you I'd be in your area. Sheesh, brother. Well, you didn't ring my fucking phone, Lee Sandy. What the fuck, man? I always see her sitting here while you're complaining about traffic and having your AC on. Imagine that, man. I think the AC cuts down the fucking noise or the assholes that are beeping at you. Imagine that. You might get through Newark without getting drive-by. Well, you check this out. So I go through all this shit with the IRC, right? Never be fucking honest with them motherfuckers. Imagine that, man. I get through the IRC, you know what? They go, you got to go to AA. Well, I'll tell you something. Imagine this shit. I went to AA, man, and they told me, man, you get these 30-year-old, 30 years of people that are recovering alcoholics. Now, you got to love these motherfuckers, man. It's not like road recovery. You go over there and I tell you, you want to drink, you drink. Come back sober. But you know what? They come down hard on you. They got their own Bible at the IRC, at the AAA, at AA. They got their own Bible. They were jamming shit, man. I went there, man. I went to one lecture and then I heard this lady, man. She didn't have no alcohol, so she drank 30 bottles of vanilla extract. I was like, 30 bottles of vanilla extract. Get the hell out of here. So by the time I'm done and having an argument with this guy, that I said, you know what, I'm going to quit drinking. I'll never be back here, man. He goes to me, you'll never do that. You can't. Well, fuck you over, man. I don't want to drink in my life. I don't even eat rum candy. Man, that shit. That's a personal preference. Listen, man, if you want to have a fucking drink, you go have a drink. If you got to have it every day, admit it. You're an alcoholic. People are like, hey, man, I'm a social drinker, but I have that drink at 5 and it's a double martini. Imagine that shit. That's crazy. You're a social drinker, you're a social drinker. I'm not a hypocrite, man. If you want to drink, it's your liver. Imagine that. I never knew. Check this out. Before I got my kidney out, I always thought you had 2 livers, man. So I thought you had the extra one, just like the kidney. So if I got one removed, then my doc tell me, well, you only got 1 liver, man. You lose that motherfucker, you're dead. Imagine that shit. I didn't know that, man. People don't teach you about the anatomy, man, real quick. And then I found out this year, man. Boy, did I find out shit. You know what? I went from being sick, and I really, from my heart, let me tell you something. I don't know what I'm going through. The doctors can't figure it out. The shit they shot me up with, they have no fucking answers. Imagine that. They stick shit in you to cripple your fucking ass, but they don't have no answers. The manufacturer, the Kidney Association, the people that shot it up in me, my doctors, and I don't blame the motherfucker. He's just there to take the kidney out. Okay, so you got all this shit, a man-made thing they put inside you that'll cripple your fucking ass. Now that ain't right, man. It ain't right, man. It's like the first American president, man, with fucking Chris Rock in it, man. He's like, that ain't right, man. No, it ain't right. They're gonna shoot some shit up inside you and say, "Fuck you, man, man-made shit." You're an experimental guinea pig. Imagine that shit. Lee Sandy's probably going, "Hell yeah, Paulie, you tell." You know what? I figure all the shit in life you go through, man. We go through now. We're up into 2018, man, and it's just a couple away. It's just a couple hours away from 219, man. And I'm like, that's a trip, man. I don't look at myself as getting 1 year older, man. Fuck birthdays, fuck all that shit. They were right, man. You know what? It used to be like, it's another year, man. It's another birthday. No, it's another year of depression because you thought about your goddamn age. You look at Kiss getting older, nothing against Kiss here, but you look at Kiss. Is that one Aerosmith? Everybody, you're like, damn, man, age caught up on them motherfuckers, man. And David Lee Roth, I say a prayer for him. I really hope he isn't sick, man. I wasn't judging him on that post, but man, Dave don't look good. And you know what? You grow up with these artists, and I look back, and you know what? I music to me, music to me is therapy. It's a therapy for the place I created, Road to Recovery. But it's not the music that gets you through it. If you follow the lyrics tells a story that gets you well. All right. Now with that, there's a place called Unplugged Recovery or something, and they put music saves your life. The music does not save the life. The words in the music saves your life. All right. You're dealing with musicians that had some hard times, man. And you know what? You really don't know what they went through. And they're writing the songs about themselves or a friend they know. And you know what? If you really get in and you pull up on YouTube, you pull up like Skid Row, Wasted Time. Now that's a really rough song, man. That's about a guy who went off on drugs. And Sebastian saying at the end of the song, I thought you never let it get this far, boy. You know? It's like I think you listen to like going back into the 70s, a song by Kansas, The Wall, man. It applies to everything in life, music, man, but it's the words that do it to you. In Road Recovery, I always said you can turn this thing around right now. It's like Van Halen, you know? You could turn it one thing. And I got Nicholas in here. Nicholas is like, hey, man, what's up, Jeanette? And Nick is like, yeah, man, I'm going to get the highs in here. Hell yeah. You do it, Nick. Rocking, man. You know, you take a life day by day, man. And you know what? 219, I got to get through these tests, man. I got to get through these tests. I got to bounce back. The last 3 days, I told you I'm not a quitter. It kicked me down really hard. For me to say I'll do road recovery twice and not show up to my own class, that's fucked up. I was in bed. Even my friend Frankie came over and I answered the door, man. I had a struggle doing that. And I said, Frank, man, I'm going to have to lay down, man. I can't even get the fuck up. But you know what? This morning was a miracle. This morning was a miracle, was a gift from God. He got me up to spend it with you. And I'm not kidding. People talk about the power of prayer. All right. The power of prayer. You say a prayer, God, please help me, get me up tomorrow. Well, let me tell you, that wasn't enough for me to get up today. I prayed 3 hours for 3 days so I could get up. All right. That's the power of prayer. It works. You know, you don't have to believe in God, and I don't jam God down people's throat. I'm just telling you, it totally works. People don't sit there and they don't sit and spend time. They don't spend time with God. You know, God, you can't. You know what? If I told you what woke you up, and when you wake up in the morning, what keeps you alive? Air, you can't see it, you can't breathe it. Why can't you believe in God? That's my theory on it. A friend of mine told me that a long time ago, and you know what? Oh, hey Nick, Elisa Thompson said, "Hey, what's up? Thanks." I'm watching the feed right now. It's actually running. Doreen's like, "Hey, yeah, hey Nick, what's up?" Nick's a popular guy in here. I swear to God, he's got it going in here, man. What's going on? I like joking around, man. I like joking around. I like to create for what I did to create a family like this was crazy, man. It was the most crazy idea. I see people say, I would go, it started in, I guess I started Metal Forever about 2 years ago in March. It was just normal group page, whatever. I didn't even say welcome family, whatever. You can go back to my past videos. It was no family. It was like put up the videos A to Z. I mean, you really, if you got the balls to go all the way back, you'll see I had every band, every song A to Z, man. Nugent, whatever band it was, but it wasn't a family. And October of 2017, I started putting metal together, and I always had my family values because of things like this, things of being here when no one has a place to go. It's a place I created, the most unreal place on Facebook, and I'm not kidding you. One day I said, you know what? Welcome to me. This is an invite to my rockin' family, Metal Forever. And the people came, you know. It is a family. It's a true family of people that can bond together, the real people. The girls get along with girls. Hey, Em, what's up? I see you there. It's a place where you can come and enjoy yourself. Now, listen to me. Hey, thanks, Kelly. Um, Kelly is in the house. Hell yeah. Oh, shit. Our spokeslady just got here, Linda Richardson. You know what? You create a family in the house on Facebook. It's amazing. A place, man. Now, I know, you know what? I know some people don't like me because God forbid I'll say go fuck yourself or whatever. Hey, man, I told the truth. It's called being real. Read my page, one out. I'm real as a motherfucker. I hate fake motherfuckers. If you can't be real, so I'd rather leave the unreal motherfuckers behind and leave the real family here. Now, when I created the family came first, and everything with me is hugs, man. It's like hugs to everyone, hugs to Carrie Huff for putting up the hearts. Because people throw on Facebook love around like a piece of candy. People are looking for so bad for love. You don't go out looking for it. It might find you. Imagine that. All right. So I'm like mixing up the 218 with road recovery. You check this out. I'm doing too. And actually, I got a surprise for you, but I ain't saying that shit yet. You gotta imagine, I would rather be lonely. I mean, I got Lisa, and me and Lisa were man. We've been together. I met Lisa in 15 when she was 15. I dated her. We dated for about 2, 3 years. And when we fell apart, and I met up with Lisa again. Now imagine that. That's a long time relationship. And you know what? You don't see Lisa bother me right now. She has never asked me what band you're working with, what are you doing. We were meant for each other. We actually have a great time together. And that you'll find that, man. And if you don't, I'll tell you, if Lisa walks out the door or I walk out the door on Lisa for some strange reason, which I doubt it would happen, and I'd rather be I'd rather be lonely. And I wouldn't be lonely because I would have my family here at Metal Forever, you know, and the family here. So when I started the family, I always said, I'll explain it. I'll explain it. It was really simple. Something came to me. I said, or something told me in my head, type in, you want to rock. All right. So everybody's like, yeah, okay. Paul wants to rock, whatever. Thumbs up, whatever. And then I said, are you ready in all capitals? It was like almost going to a fucking Kiss concert. Dig this shit. And then I put these magical words up, and I'm telling you, I am not fucking kidding you. It changed my life. I said, let's kick it. And I immediately put up the song from the Beastie Boys. Boom, man, that went right up. But that wasn't enough, right? Let's see. I'm gonna take Nick, man. Okay. Nick would come in, and maybe I knew Nick for years, and I haven't seen him. I've seen him in the feed. It was all new people back then, so for something came in my head to type in this, and I didn't know how to tag no one, man. So all of a sudden, I would tag Nick, and I go, Nick's in the house. He's metal as fuck. You rock my brother. Now imagine that shit. Watch this shit. You didn't have the hell yeah yet. It didn't come till later. Check that shit out. All right. So I didn't have the hell yeah. I'll never forget. It was Tracy Fry. Tracy was in there, and I did a couple more songs, and something came in my head, man. Like ever since I hit the ground back in July 19th, 2017, I felt like it was in a movie Phenomena. Everything happened so fast. I could think faster and everything. So all of a sudden, I could never rhyme anything, and this came out of my thing. I tagged Tracy. I train kept her rolling live up, you know. I said, Tracy, did you ever take a ride on a train? Take my hand, I'll leave you at promised land. Hugs. Right. Now I bring that past. We got through October. We got through my birthday. Everything was going fine. I started getting sick. Okay, we're gonna try to leave that out of here to a point. So all of a sudden, man, I brought the word hell yeah into the family. I was like, I worked with Petty years ago, and he goes, "Oh my, oh hell yes." I go, "Oh my, oh hell yeah." Imagine that shit. Um, it just all kicked, man. It was like a great Christmas last year, a great New Year's, and when me was saying, I prayed to God that I would be here. I always said, "That's the lonely." Well, I wasn't gonna leave the lonely alone tonight. My family on Facebook. All right, you are my family. It's true family. I got my mom and sister. The problems with family. Hey Tina, how you doing? I'm trying to get through everything. Pete, what's up in the house? Hell yeah. You know, Pete's in the bathroom right now. I'm listening to you, Pauly. LOL. Hell yeah. Pinch a loaf there, bro. You know, you got to imagine something. The girls get along with the girls. That was unique. The things I created were unique. And road recovery, man. You know, I feel bad that the people don't really follow or come to road recovery. If you don't, try to make it this year. The January starts a new course on the 5th. And with it, um, it's a cure, man. It's a cure for anxiety, depression, getting off drugs, alcohol, whatever. The drugs just clouded your fucking mind. I can get you off that shit, man. I've gotten people off Xanax in 8 weeks. Carrie Huff, man, she got down on that shit quick. I know. I think Carrie told me she was on Xanax for 17 years, man. It's the most deadliest drug in the world. So you go there and you get your life. You can you'll start seeing shit. It's almost like the Matrix, man. See, what people don't know, part of the Matrix is written in the Bible, man, 100%. Except when the movie came out, they overplayed it a little, you know? And it like opens your mind to a new world, man. Shit. It's like this. You go walking down the street, man. You've been walking down that street all your life, man. They're putting up a brand new house, all right? Hey, Amy, how you doing? What's up? What's up? What's up? Lee Star's in back in the house, man. She skipped out for a second, came back. That's technology. It fucks it all up. You know what? Oh, you don't have to thank me, Carrie. Thank you, man. You know what? And Carrie's down on the alcohol. I'll tell you, she was on 11 beers. She's down to 4 or 3, man. And she follows it. She's like my little sister. Carrie started out with Metal Forever from the beginning. All right. Now, if you walk past the house, man, you walk down that block, man, and God forbid, they could be putting up buildings, and all of a sudden you look at it once, but you don't pay attention every day, and that building goes up, and one day you turn and you look at it and you go, wow, man, that building went up fast. Wasn't that fast. You weren't paying attention. The world changes, and it's going to change on me, and I can accept it now, okay? The only place I can do is walk down the hallway. I go get my mail. I can make it to the curb and walk back if I struggle, man. But you know what? I don't go too many places no more, and I can't. But you know what? I will look around, and when I get out of here, you got to remember, I've been in this house for a year, except for doctor's appointments. All right, and sit in this chair, and that's the way it'll be until they find out what the fuck is wrong with me. What the fuck is wrong with doctors these days? They got a degree, man. Yeah, you're fucking in pain. You got fibromyalgia. Jesus Christ. The unknown disease that doctors don't know how to figure the fuck out, man. They got a cure for every. It's like voting, man. Why can't they just put your thumbprint in and get your friggin' thumb in it? And you can vote very easily. Morons, man. You gotta love that shit. You know what? I'll tell you, Lee Star, man. She's a Belleville girl, man. You gotta love Lee, man. She's right close to me. Me and Lee are gonna go after her. We're gonna go at least start going. Me and her are doing coffee one day, man. Hell yeah. I'm gonna sit down and have a cup of coffee with this girl. But you gotta love life, man. Just you gotta pay attention what's going on in life because it can pass you by. Age can pass you by. It's the problem is if you think about birthdays and shit, it's gonna get you old. You look at new videos of bands, you're gonna feel old, man. You might as well just jump in the band and in the casket with the motherfuckers, man. They did themselves in with the alcohol, the partying. They wanted the high life. You gotta take care of yourself. You know, I'm surprised. I'm very surprised at myself. You know, people say, Paul, you look good, whatever. Not since I lost the weight, but when I looked at myself in 2010, 12, and up to 16, the thing with me was it was like I made some stupid wish when I was 21. I said, oh, man, I wish I look eternally young and shit. Imagine that crap. I got my wish, man. I should have wished one thing. And I do all the time now, my health. Can't get your health back, kid. When your health goes, and don't say, you can't say that you can't get your age back. All right. Now, I Janet gets in here, man. You gotta like Janet. She's like, hey, I'm gonna tell you some shit. I'll blow your fucking mind, Paul. Means what you say and say what you mean. Exactly. You know what? You can go through stress of death and all that stuff. And the way you age yourself is through that stuff 100% with age. All right. With age and thinking about death, you age yourself when you could let it go, man. You can't bring the person back. And today I did a favor. Rosina Patola came over with Michael Mono. They dropped me off food. Things have been really tough. Oh, you're 53 now. Oh, come on, man. Turn that number around. You're 35. Don't bullshit me. To me, it's like you're funny, Paul. They brought me food over on Christmas Eve, and you know what? I always get back, and Rosina Patola's daughter got murdered about 3 years ago, and I did something that was I gave back. I put up a memorial page for her daughter. All right, which it was well deserved. All right, things in life would only take things that only take a second in your life, and it's with me. And I have stopped feeds. I've taken my time. You take Darlene Lance, who wanted to commit suicide. I've taken time with her. You've taken time. You look at Rachel Riggs. She didn't want to live. She wanted to kill herself. You know, there's a lot of people that are over in road recovery that felt that way. And I took my time and took hours to talk with them to tell them what life was all about. I will go up against anyone one on one if you wanna. I'll be glad. And I'll explain what life's all about. It took me months of figuring out on Facebook how people write, how they perceive you. Because I figured it out, man. I was wondering why when I had my thing up, when I had my thing for cancer up, man, this thing got changed to the contrast, right? And everybody was still praying for me that I get better from cancer. That was 5 months ago when they put it on the table and said you ain't got it no more. But people are looking at that picture and it got burned in their brain. Hey, Alan's in the house. That's good to see Alan, man. Alan's a good guy. You know, you got to care. And I always said about something, you got to care about people to a point. You got to care about them because if you don't care about them, you're always going to be number two and not number one. People with great hearts, they come here and they write great things, man. I'm telling you, I read everything that goes with all your posts and stuff. And I just because you didn't get a thumbs up on it, don't think I didn't read it. And plus, I get to talk to you on the phone. Actually, I amazed myself. I hit today the magical number of 6,030 people voice to voice on the phone from Facebook. Now, that's one fucking sick thing to do when 4,995 have my cell number. Just don't text me too much because I don't really get them. Imagine that. People text me, you know what, man, it's crazy. You go like this. You try to get a YouTube video on here, you ain't going to get no YouTube video on here. They'll say you can't get it. Hey, Kimberly Ross. I got a story to tell about that bitch. You know what? I had to adapt to technology, which we all did. I don't know about you, man. I think the worst thing they ever fucking did was take out a payphone. Imagine that if you need help on the street. If your cell phone goes dead, you're fucked. At least if you always carry change on you, you could hit the fucking phone booth. As a matter of fact, I remember in Bloomfield, man, I had sex in a phone booth right on Glenwood, man. That was crazy. Phone booths are good for a lot of shit. Imagine that shit. That's a true story. I ain't telling you who. But you gotta imagine they took out a payphone, man. My father worked for the phone company for years, and it was from the people ripping out the phone cords and stuff. And technology changed. That was a way to call out and get help. Look at the time, man. 2:18. Everybody, if you had pagers, and don't even remind me about them, man. My first pagers was a Map Metro or Map Mobile or something, and to have a cell phone service, it was $300 back in the day. And I'm going to get to something, man. It really killed me now. But you look at technology, it started moving. I have Windows 93, man. I hopped to 98. I never even got into 95. I wasn't really into the web. I used it for my computer program for the cases and stuff. Now, with the cases, I figure out the prices and all. I jumped to 98 and I started getting involved with the net. I don't know if I ever told you this. I was one of the first people on AOL, man. And I still am to this day. They know me as a value customer. Imagine that. Back then, when AOL came out, there was free. There was a thing called Media Phone when it came out. You could call on there. Hey, Susan Jordan, how you doing? You could go on. All these sites were free, man. It was like if you were into doing web pages and you learn them, you were right in the thing where I'm making money. Nowadays, the web designers, they don't make shit. You can make the pages yourself. It's like crazy. I looked through there, and by 98, all right, it wasn't technology started moving, but not as fast as the 70s and the 80s. It moved so fast that Nintendo 2, people were buying up games left and right. And if you look at, hey, what's up, Michael? If you look at the Nintendo games, if you try to sell them, you're lucky if you get $1 for 10 of them. I mean, you were paying 40, $50 a game for your kids. Hey, Donna Clean, how you doing? It's like crazy how the times moved. It's like nowadays you can't even call someone on any of these websites, man. It's like message them. It's like God forbid you can't even get through. I can't get through GoFundMe. I can't even call Facebook, man. That's a pain in the ass, which is totally crazy. America, with all this, through the technology, it lost the one thing that I value, and that's why I call people voice to voice. It's not to bother you. Hey, some people I've talked to once, Donna Clayton, Linda, Michael, I've talked to. If I haven't talked to you, I'd be glad to talk again. Hey, Becky, thanks a lot. Happy New Year. I'd be glad to talk. You know what? America lost a personal service. And when you lose that, it's all over with 100%. I mean, there is no more communicating with people except through Facebook or whatever. I still think I still think very much, man. Yeah, remember MySpace? I think when Facebook goes down, you better have your friggin' MySpace open because Mark owns it. And if it goes down, we're all back to MySpace. Actually, MySpace, you can put your music up there. I think that's pretty cool. I just think that there is a personal service, and the personal service is going video to video with someone. I really hate typing. I was never a typer, and I'm not going to start learning now. I could learn in seconds, and I always type with a capital. People like, Pauly, why are you yelling? I'm not yelling. All the rest of the other letters are not capital. Dig that shit. But with technology and a personal service, it totally killed the cow. It killed everything. So you do your best on Facebook. I make road recovery work. I just opened up a new road recovery page. It's going to have everything. It's going to offer people jobs. And one day, if it goes, which it will, I can offer the SSI people some extra money to work for me. All right, we'll all make the same amount. Imagine that we're on equal pays. But for now, I'm going to have people like Linda came in. She started helping me as my voice person and say a prayer for her, share, throw pops wrapped in up. And, you know, and it's, I look at Nicholas in here and he's right in like, what's good, Dave? You know what? It's communication. And it's people like Nicholas and Elise Thomas and Carrie Huff and Amy and all them. You people care. You people got great hearts. Sometimes I was wondering, I seen people, man, when I get sick, and I'll tell you the most craziest story. Some people were worried about me, or were some people watching some sideshow and waiting for me to kick it. You know, most people would GoFundMe, and I tell you, most people give with GoFundMe when people die. Shit, man, just throw me in the friggin' ground. Do what you should give it to GoFundMe and PayPal and stuff. And also with my PayPal, I opened up a to do it if you don't want to know you gave. It's private. It's all private. I got to get back to emails and get people back emails. It all helps, man. And what I'm doing is I started the cyberbullying things in 2019. I'm concentrating on the adult cyberbullying. It's a big thing. It applies to all of you, man. If you get bullied, shit, man, by the time it all built up, you'll have 2,000 people that, you know what, imagine if they got attacked by about 1,000 people, man, on a post. That wouldn't be too nice. I think they would get the fuck off Facebook. You know, I'd be like, don't fuck with our family, you asshole. Seriously. That's the way you solve adult cyberbullying. Imagine that. Someone's drinking their coffee and they said, fuck you to one of the family, and 1,000 people post, what'd you say to our family? Are you freaking crazy, bro? It's like I put a mob hit on them, man, in the internet way. Yeah, I love joking around, but you know what I heard today, man? I don't usually watch the news. Imagine that, man. See, when you watch the news and stuff like that, that's depressing, man. Anything. I don't like watching the news. I don't like to hear about people dying. And that stuff would get my nerves, man. It's like people are gonna die every second of the day, and I feel bad for it, man. You know, but I can't do nothing about it. You know, I say a prayer, and if I know the person, or if I don't, I say a prayer. You know, I heard about these four young kids that I crashed on. It was down by Tom's River, I think, and the kids all lost their life. They hit the back of a tractor trailer and it happened in the morning. Imagine that. That sucks. You know. But the one thing I heard this morning on the news, imagine this shit. You work all your life and New York just hiked the minimum wage to $15 an hour. Now I was thinking there, man, and I was like, damn, man, I worked my life with a skilled trade and I wasn't even I was making under 15 an hour. And I was like, what the fuck, man? You mean kids walk in and they can make it. But you know what? There's a little catch 22 to that if you didn't figure it out. They said people with 11 workers or more. All right. And what about the people under it? They all get fucked, man. So basically you're caught into slavery. But they'll not hire, they'll say, well, I got 10 workers, I'm gonna work these motherfuckers to death. That's the way it is. That's the way life runs. You know, I was a business owner, and the one thing I did with my people, I treated them like a family. I brought them into my business, and they respected each other like a family, white, black, whatever, Hispanic. I've had every race work for me, jailbirds, this, that. They treated each other like a family, and if they didn't, I would have to fire them. Imagine that. My family values go back to 1993 as much as the road to recovery. I started the road to recovery, started to talk to people. I did the research. I almost bypassed the DARE program. Imagine that. Me do that shit? Nah, never. Sure. Someone took the idea and they ran with it. It's on the cover of Time magazine. So what I did in 2014, I started doing again, and people came to me, and it's on my Facebook page. I will show you the video, what I was and what I am now and how I talk. I'm a totally different person. I don't cry about things. Don't let things bother me. I don't put out Drama, if I'm sick, I'll let you know I'm sick. That's not drama. See, people got to get the things politically correct about drama. What is drama? Drama is a bunch of bullshit that you put up there. Steve Tars was not drama. That was a fight. All right. And I'm not going to throw down a fight. I'll bring my family to fucking battle. Actually, I made up a pretty cool GIF file, man. If you ever need one, let me know. I do pictures for people. I said, Steve Tars, here's you sucking my dick. Hell yeah. Uh, I like joking around. I feel really bad for Steve because he's really is in a lot of trouble after the holidays. There's a petition, 21 more signatures, man. Go for it, man. You know what? You bury a guy like that, they'll get around, and you know what? People will stop the adult cyberbullying 100%. You know, I just I look at my mom. And I look at change also in the world for 218 into 219. I go, wow, ma, 86 years of seeing the world change. Now that's crazy. You know, I would love to be with my mom, man. I would love to be in my mom's era, man. I would have been hiking up to Woodstock to see the Summer of Love. You know what, man? Be in it. I would have took the acid with everybody else, Starship and all. You know what? You go through errors and stuff. And I was also wondering with the generation now with music, okay? We're music lovers, man, right? Oh yeah, yeah, Becky, you can always message me your number, man. That's fine. I don't give out numbers to let you know that. I don't care if, you know, I got a lot of the stars number, Vito Brado from White Lion. I don't give out numbers. If you ever really want to call me on the phone or whatever, I'd be glad to talk. Just message me first, and I give out my phone number. It's just you don't call people like right off the hook. You know what? You message people. You have some courtesy. Hey man, if you're getting laid, you don't want that phone ringing. You know what I mean? It'll blow the moment. Actually, might blow your orgasm. But with the change of music, and I thought about this, and I'm looking. I was looking at all the albums, man, that came out. The great albums: Van Halen, One, Styx, Cornerstone. You know, I was Bowie, man. You know what? The Cars. I look back in the 70s, all the Kiss albums, you know, before metal even was really came about. And I was like, what happened? All right. Hey, Pat. Hey, what's up? What are you doing, man? Patricia. Sorry about that. You know what? You go to the point that all them bands, Joan Jett, Bowie, and all were cutting full albums, 100%. Now you look at it, we had a great time, man. You buy a Van Halen album, you had a great album, man. The whole album was good. You listened to every song on that. You bought a Zeppelin album, you loved all the songs. Bowie, The Cars, whatever. You know, the only people you didn't have, and it's like it is today, the one hit wonders. All right? And that's what music got down to. In 19 and 18 and 16, it's all down to one hit wonders, man. They put out one song on an album that's good. I haven't heard a good song. The whole thing is, there's so many frets on a guitar, there's so many chords you can play without copyright laws. They ate up the music. All right, they ate up all the good. They ate up all the good riffs and everything. You know, who wants? Not too many wants Joe Satriani no more. Eddie Van Halen. I hate to say it. I'm a guitar player. You know, oh, thanks a lot, Patrice. They ate up all the music, man. And so everything we enjoyed, man, all the good stuff we enjoyed in life, the music, man. I used to love going into a record shop, man. The first thing, man, when I got out of school, man, I was over at the record shop. I would spend, I would get out of school at 3 o'clock, and man, I would spend from 3 o'clock to 4:30 going through albums, man. And I would be like, shit, check this out. The first thing was Kiss, man. I had to see the bootleg albums. But with eating up all the music, it left these kids with a generation of basically they're not going to know what good music is unless their parents teach them some old school shit. And that's hard. The kids are going to go with it, or they'll say your music was bullshit. Our music was not bullshit, man. You know what? The only thing I feel bad about, yeah, it's like David Cassidy and the Bee Gees. Great band, great voices, man. They came before metal. It's like I'm saying, man. That's a good point, man. David Cassidy. You look at David Cassidy. You look at David Cassidy. You look at Partridge Family, the Jackson Five, the Osmonds. All right. We'll watch some shows, man. The cartoons. Who didn't want to hop on a tour bus, and who didn't want to be a Michael Jackson and the Osmond back in the day? God forbid there were teen idols. You know what? But with David Cassidy, man, they started showing David sung on the songs, great voice, came from West Orange, New Jersey, 2 towns over from me. Imagine that. You know what? The Osmonds, the Jackson Five, and the Partridge Family, I hate to say, it changed. It's like the way we think of music. That's what started because we were kids, man. We didn't know no better. I mean, my mother, I remember I forget, it was 1969 or I think it was 69 or 70. She bought me my first album was actually she bought me 45s. God, man, me and my sister were young, man, when we had a record player. She sent out for an album called English Cats and Others. And I remember I like that song Back in Black. Back in Black. I want my baby back. And I got actually, I'll never forget, I forgot what year it was. I'm pretty sure it was my fourth grade graduation or something. It was Partridge Family. I'll never forget. I got the first Partridge Family album, and I still have it, man. Hey, Joe, what's up, Beck? Um, listen to all them songs, man, and they bring back great memories. And you know what? I get a little pissed off. Like, you go into metal forever, and it's called metal forever, and God forbid, I've seen a couple people go in there and down people because you didn't put up a metal song. You know? Yeah, you got that right. But there's nothing beats vinyl there, Michael. The needle. That's why I want to bring vinyl back. I think it's too late. Um, you look at all the good tunes these people wrote, man, and you know what? I tell you something. I did, and you can go on. I'm gonna move it up to top. There's two people that are sick out there, Jonathan Moffat and Jeff Olgatree. And with Jeff developed sound for John Bonham. And if you could go share his post, hey, what's up, Joe? If you could go share his posts, Jeff has fourth-stage cancer, and Jonathan Moffat worked with Michael Jackson and everything. He has heart problems, and you know what? I went out to my friend Sammy Marandino, the drummer for Cyndi Lauper. He's out doing former drummer Cyndi Lauper. He's out doing Pretty Women with Bryan Adams, and I seen it on his page, and I immediately shared it. You know what? No one realizes it takes a minute to hit the share button, and it's not a hard thing to do. Write something nice, share it, pass it around. I think people on Facebook get involved with themselves so bad and so worried about some stupid post when you could seriously take a half an hour of your time. And I know you people did with me, man. I'm not gonna lie, and I know the people did it. They shared it, they carried it, and it helps people. You could get sick one day and you stick with this family. This family will help you out 100%. All right. If you had a GoFundMe page, I swear to God, if I got everybody together and I said, listen, man, there's someone sick in the family, let's share it and put it out there. We'll get you. Oh, you're back, Maria? It's about time. Where the hell are you talking to Angel and talking about how Santa Claus came from Spain? Get the hell out of here. And Rudolph the reindeer came from China. Imagine that shit. Yeah, it was all of them, man. It's like, I'm looking at Elise Thomas, what she says. It's all about caring about people, man. That's the way I do. If I see someone really sick and I see that GoFundMe is 100% legit, except according to Steve Torres, mine wasn't, but that's beside the point. Here's to you, Steve. You rock, dude. As long as it's 100% legit, man, read into it, find out about the person, ask him to GoFundMe. How bad is it? Like I said, what you see is an illusion. What you don't see is my hands, how they move, how they shake, whatever. It's all an illusion. I'm in extreme pain right now, but I ain't gonna show it because I'm having a good time with my family. I swear to God, my mind is more powerful, and I'm not gonna let the pain beat me down. I am downstairs First in. And there you go. You know what? Music to me, man, when I got into music, I remember I had a little, not getting off the subject of helping people with GoFundMe. We're past there, so I think you're getting the idea with that. I remember I had a Ross bike, and I'll never forget. I had transistor radio. It was 1970, 70, 71. I had it tied to my handlebars, and I listened. I swear to God, I listened to 77 and all them good AM shit. All them, you know. It's I remember when Aretha Franklin came on the radio with the song "Respect." That blew my mind, man. That lady, I've worked with Aretha Franklin in my time, and let me tell you, between her and you get people like Tina Turner, man, they could belt. They're older now, but they could belt out the notes like you wouldn't believe. It had a groove, Respect. You know, it just had the groove, you know, and Love Train and all that. Even disco, man, to me, everybody's like disco sucked. It didn't really suck, man. But I don't know if you know this or not. With disco, your heart runs 72 beats per minute. And the dancing songs for disco, it ran 72 beats per minute. All right. And it's amazing what I found out working with the musicians, the songs and stuff. The songs tell a great story. I seen Tina Turner with let's see, I worked a tour where Tina was playing with Cindy, it was with Cindy Lauper. Now I've seen some shows in my life that are amazing, all right. And I've worked them, and the one was working with Tina Turner. I got to talk to Cindy Lauper for a while, and it was Tina Turner's show. She was doing Proud Mary, and she was doing the same moves. Um, she was doing the same moves that she was doing on the screen behind her. Now that's amazing, man. I know there's a trick to it with motion sensors and stuff, how they do it. But some of the shows I've seen in the backstage area and how the concerts, Floyd, man, I went under the stage. I got to see that. There was like 100 Mac computers set up for running stuff. You know, I just look now at technology, man. It changed. I want you to just all, I want you to really just sit back and one day you just got to get off the driver's seat and start listening. Listen to Road Recovery. I ain't perfect, but you know what? It'll tell you a story and get you better. It gets in your mind after you listen to it. You listen to five times a week. If you didn't know that Zeppelin song, you listen to it by learning that. And what I do, I give you a lot in an hour to listen to. I just want to see you for 219 to see you all happy, man. There is a cure for depression. It's for someone with a lot of logic to get into your head and that you can do anything in your mind you want. All right. 100%. Oh, Becky, I'll call you. I'll call you right after here if you want. All right. How about that? I wish you a happy new year. Let me tell you something. Let me show you something. Now my hands shake, but I can get my mind. I can get my mind to hold them. Right now, call it a gift from God. How fast can your fingers move in sync? What I mean, you have your fingers, you got this finger, you got this, 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 you got this. What if they all went in? I got to get them even here. What if they all went in sync? Like that. Now that's magic. That's no trick. That's no speeding up the camera. Take my mind from my right and my left side of the brain and tell my hands both what to do. You know, and that's what road recovery can teach you. You do a Rubik's Cube, you're like, mix it up real fast. Boom, bang, dang. I can't do it. Yes, you can. You failed. You all got to get into it. The testimonials in there is a gift from God. They're magic. Patrice and all them. I sent Patrice to do our homework the other day. She actually had to take a walk in the park, man. She was like sitting there all day, like depressed and like, oh man, I got her out. She got out, did her homework. You gotta, oh, thanks a lot, Alan. You gotta, you gotta put it in your mind, all right, that you can do it. You can do anything you want in life. No one's better than you. Everybody's brain can work the same if you open it up. Yeah, I tell you, Patricia, the shakes is no thing. That's why they're deciphering whether it was they ruled that MS, Parkinson's, but I think it's a brain disorder, and we're going to figure that out soon. That's why donations and all are important. And you can do private, whatever, if you can. If you're not, share it. I'm going to pull that back together for road recovery. Now the thing is, no one, everybody's mind can work the same. All right, you just got to open your mind, and you can do things. And with road recovery, if you open your mind and you really follow it, you watch in 16 weeks. Oh, get out of depression right now, sweetie. Get it clean. Wink, wink. Now, you got to remember, if you could open your mind and listen, okay? Just listen to the tapes. And I'm asking you 4 times a week. I'm really going to push it. That's not hard to give an hour of your day to change your life. And it's for free. I'm taking into consideration this year the people who donated, helped, cared, and shared. They're on the backstage list with me. All right. I will be charging for Road to Recovery. I know it's a successful course. I've been up against 9 rehabs that they don't even have it, man. Let's see, 30 years, people being so cruel. I'll talk to you about that, Mike. I'll tell you. I've been through that. And you just basically delete the cruel people, or you got to block them out of your mind. What was cruel and done to you when you were a kid? Michael has an amazing story. He'll explain it to you, man. I read it. He has an amazing story. All right. Sometimes when you think you have it hard and you think 218 hard, 219 can be harder, but you can make it a lot better for yourself. Now, I've talked to Alan. You look at Alan, man. I picked Alan up out of nowhere and I just called him. I'm one that'll call anyone, man. I don't give a fuck who you are. And then if you don't want to ever call me, you can go fuck yourself, whatever. And get the fuck off my page. Imagine that. Oh, thanks a lot. You know what I'm doing? I'm going to do something. Let me tell you something. I'm going to break the new year in with you. I'm going to take a break from here. Who wants me to come back on, man? I'm going to take a little break. I spend time talking to Lisa for a little while. And then who wants me to come on and break the new year in with you guys? And then, you know what the surprise is? I don't quit. I hope you motherfuckers know. If you don't know me by now, you think I quit, you don't think I won't get the fuck back up? Well, shit. Here's your surprise. What I'm going to do is the biggest surprise of the night. Okay, we got Clayton here. I'm depressed, whatever. What I'm going to do, I'm going to break into New Year's with you. All right. Bring Lisa out. She's going to say hi to you guys. You know, Lisa don't ask for too much in life. All right. Either do I. It's staying off the streets, and that's great with Donna Clayton and a couple people that donated this month. They saved the cable, they saved electricity, so I could be here with you. I'm not living with filet mignon, trust me. The people that brought food over to me, that's another thing, donate food, whatever. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do. The big surprise is, guess what I'm doing? I'm going to come back. Let's see, it's 10:44. I'm going to come back here at 11:30, right? And we're going to hang out, and I'm going to break the new year in with you guys, all right? And on top of it, how about this? I'm going over to Road Recovery to do the New Year special of Road Recovery for the people that are lonely and just not getting it tonight, that they feel alone. Well, I'm going to break you of that shit. I'm going to do that after the new year, okay? I take a break from there. I take 15, 10, 20-minute break, and then I'm going into road recovery. I spend some time with my family, which you all deserve for all you've done for me this year with donations and stuff. I'm going to take my time and spend it with you with my mind. All right. I don't know if that's dangerous or crazy, you know? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to be back. All right. I need you. I've been just so depressed. Well, you know what, bitch? Lisa Thomas, I'll be back after I break in the new year. And then you know what? I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do this. Let me plan a time out here. I'm going to take a 45-minute break and I'm going to come back here in about 10 minutes before I'm going to switch on my page. And if you go on my page, it's going to be on Dick Clark Live, man. It should be on right on live. I'll be able to get it and throw it up on my page. And then I'm going to come back, say hi to everyone real quick for about 10 minutes, take a 10-minute break, and we're going to do road recovery if you guys can stay up. Now, it's either that or watch the fucking honeymoon special or the Twilight special. I don't know. After road recovery, I'm onto the Twilight special. Twilight Zone. You got to love that shit. So, Patricia, you know what? If anyone don't belong to the road to recovery, I'll put it up on my page right now, and that's where I'll be. Okay, I'm working on a new site, but I'm going to be in the old site. So you can come and join me 100%. And let's get a little knowledge. And you know what? And you know what, Patrice, man? What? Jesus Christ, man. Am I your secretary or something? Yeah, please, Mr. DeVoe, will you please tell me Pauly D when you get back? You're a trip. Okay, I will be back. I'll be back here at 11:30. Let's plan a night out, man. Why not? Thanks a lot, Tony. Thanks a lot. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it up there on my page. Just figure it this way. In 45 minutes, I'm going to be back. So I don't have to let you know, Patrice. Now I got to go. And for Patrice, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hop in and do a porn flick, man, with Ron Jeremy, man. She'll dig that. You want a good dick flick there? There you go. I'll talk to you in a little while, okay? And I'm just going to talk to Lisa, and I will be back. And it's less than 4. I'll be here at 11. It's 10:47 right now. I'll be back here at 11:30, all right? See you then, kiddos. All right? Bye-bye.